Hi everyone, I'm Terry, and this is the Yarnjoy podcast, episode number 209. Welcome. Well, I have a couple of finished objects and a couple of works in progress, so let's get started and I'll show you what I worked on. Okay, so for my finished objects, I finished another preemie hat. Would be preemie hat number 3 for the month of June, okay? And this, of course, is for my goal of making 4 preemie hats to donate to one of our area local NICU departments, one of our local hospitals for Halloween hat drive. And so for preemie hat number 3 for June, I made a Mickey hat. Now, I altered the pattern a little bit. This pattern came from the same website that what was it I made last time? Let's see. Oh, yes, the same website that I made preemie hat number 2, which was the three-eyed alien hat it was an amigurumi that I turned into a hat. Well, it was the same website. It was the one that is, I'll just say it is Darn It Janet Let's Crochet or something like that. It's the name of the website, but it's not Darn It. But I will link it below in the description box. And this was actually a newborn size, and I just used the pattern is for newborn, and so I used DK weight yarn and like a number 3mm hook, I think. No, it was a F hook, which is 3.75. Yeah, and I used DK weight yarn instead of worsted. Okay, now the original pattern called for the ears to be pom-poms, and I didn't feel like making pom-poms, and so I just made some double thickness flat ears for his ears. Okay, so that's what I did. And I can't remember if the pattern actually had for you to use 2 white buttons for these buttons. I can't remember, but I just did a magic circle and then 6 single crochets in the circle and then pulled it tight, to close up the circle, and then sew them on. So that's what I did. Okay, so Mickey Mouse hat. So for my second finished object, I don't actually have it to show you. I do have a picture of it, but it's the bunny rattle that I was working on last week. I got it finished, and so I had to give it to little man. So I gave it to him, and he actually didn't have a rattle, and so I was able to introduce him to the rattle noise, and he loved it. And so I was real pleased about that. And my son and daughter-in-law really liked the rattle. It's the little bunny rattle. Anyway, I took a picture of it, and so here is a picture, I'll pop it in right here, of the finished object, the bunny rattle that I made. Okay, so that is the bunny rattle all finished. I think last time I had it, yeah, I had to make like one more ear, and then I had to sew the ears on, and so I did. And the website is one that I can't pronounce. I'm not sure how you pronounce the name of the website where the pattern came from, but I will link it below in the description box, okay? It's free pattern. And I intend on making another one. I purchased some yarn. I have a Hobby Lobby haul, actually two of them, but I purchased some light tan colored cotton yarn and the plan is to make another one of the bunny rattles, but this time I'm going to make it with the tan instead of the gray, and I'm going to use pink for the top, and it'll be for a baby girl. I'll be making another one in those colors, and that will be for a gift. Okay, so that is all my finished objects for the week. Yeah. So let's go on to works in progress. I just have 2 that I can show you. I did work on the Movie and Stitch project, and I made that video yesterday, and so I showed that project on there. So I did work on that to prepare that piece for that video. Okay, so I worked on that, but the ones I'll show you on here is 2 works in progress. And the first one is, if you remember the mouse that I made, Bernard, here it is. Here he is, sorry. Now this is a pattern that I found. It was called the Rescuers Inspired Mice, and it was patterned for Bernard. and Bianca, and so I made Bernard. Now this website is called ollieholly.com or something like that, and if you go over there, it shows you, it'll give you the pattern for the outfits, and then there's a link in that pattern to take you to the other website that has the pattern for the mouse, okay? And so I will link that below in the description box. But anyway, so I had gotten Bernard done, but I hadn't started Bianca because I had to take a mouse break and made Anne right there. And so now that Anne is finished, I went back and I was gonna not let Bernard be too lonely for too long, and so I started Bianca. So this is what I have for Bianca so far. I just have her body. It looks like a big tooth, but is her body. Of course, I need arms and her head and ears, but this is the body, okay? So, of course, Bianca is white, so I'm doing it in white. I am doing it in Bernat Softy Baby is what I use for both of these. I just pushed the drawer closed with my tummy, sorry. I use Bernat Softy Baby for the gray and the white. I think this might be Baby Sport, but it's Bernat. And then this blue... red is a sport weight yarn that I've had forever that I think maybe was some Red Heart Sport, something, I don't know. I have had it for a long time. And then this orange is actually a little bit of a mandala cake, one of the colors I pulled out of a mandala cake, some leftovers. So anyway, and the pink is a bonbon, I think, that I had. Anyway, this is what I have started with Bianca, okay? So, working on her. And I'm using a 3mm hook for these, okay? Okay, and then the next project that I worked on is the Toucan. Several weeks ago, or maybe a month or so ago, I don't remember, but I started this project. It's a chart, a Grafgan type, a Grafgan type project. And I wanted to make another tote bag like I did the flamingo tote bag last year, I think, and I also made a llama tote bag the same way. And what it is, it's a charted graph piece for the front panel, and then the back panel I just used the same colors that I used in the front panel, and I made stripes, and then I put the back and the front together with a bottom that I made, and made it into a tote bag, okay? So I found this chart for a toucan, and I thought it was such a cute chart. I think it's actually a cross-stitch chart, but it was a free chart that I found through Pinterest, I think. And if I can find it again, I will link it below. But anyway, here is the chart. And last time, the piece I was working on, I'm just doing single crochet back and forth, okay, horizontal, and I am not doing tapestry crochet because I'm not carrying the yarn across. I'm changing the color, changing colors when I need to, and just tying it in the back because it's going to have a liner, so you don't have to worry about it. It's not a two-sided image. But anyway, so this is the chart I'm using. The last time I had gotten all the way up to the very top of those 3 spots right there on the chart, right there, okay? So, and then I quit because I had some other projects, baby projects that I had to get done before grandbaby arrived. And so I have now picked this back up and working on it again. And so just in the last couple of days, I was able to go from the top of those dots right there all the way up to the very bottom of the eye, and I actually finished this black piece on the tip of the beak. Okay, so I'm about right there, okay, across. So I don't have that much more to go before he is finished, besides the rows that have to, I think I'm doing 5 rows at the bottom and 5 rows at the top, I think that's what I'm doing. Anyway, now, of course, now the piece that I'm working on, I don't have it in here at the moment because it has got multiple balls of yarn connected to it, and it's hard to hold it up with all those strings connected to it. So, but I did take a picture of it so you can see my project progress on it. So here is a picture of that work that I just took, laid out on my table, so that way you can see how much I've gotten done on it. Okay, so that is how much I've gotten done. I've gotten, that's quite a few rows there that I've gotten done. So I'm very happy about that. Once you kind of get going on it, it goes pretty quick. You go back and forth and, you know, turning each time, and I was able to get quite a bit done. So anyway, that is all my works in progress that I can show you on this video. Like I said, I did do my movie and stitch, the progress I needed for that. And so let's go on into upcoming. Okay, so for upcoming, like I said, I just did my movie and stitch, the movie for the letter K that I watched, and I showed the progress on the project I'm working on that. I did that yesterday. I will link it below in the description box if you want to check that video out if you haven't. I also announced the movie that I'm going to be watching that starts with the letter L. So we're getting really close. So we're about halfway through the alphabet now, almost. So getting really close. I mean, we're zooming right along, in other words. Okay, and so like I said, I will put a link to that video in the description box below. Okay, so next Wednesday is the next episode of Whip Wall Wednesday, and that will be we had to look at my notes. Whip Wall Wednesday, episode number 31, and so I'm making progress on my project for that. I'm also writing up the pattern for that project. So it's, since I decided to write the pattern up, it's taking me a little longer working on it. But this upcoming Wednesday will be another episode of that, and I'll show you how much I've gotten done on it. Okay, let's see. Oh, and then of course, after the Mickey hat, that means I've got one more hat for the month of June to make to meet my goal of 4 hats. So I'll have another preemie hat. I'll have to just think about which one I'm going to make, and make another preemie hat. So that'll be upcoming as well. Let's see, what else? Oh, like I said, I do have a Hobby Lobby haul. Hobby Lobby is now reducing the price or clearancing their yarns. Now, I went to Hobby Lobby today, and there was a moderate amount of yarn, I guess you'd say, that had the orange stickers. Now, what I was really interested in is finding some that was on clearance that were just basic colors. You know, the I Love This Yarn, that brand of the Hobby Lobby line. I guess that's how you say it. But anyway, they didn't have any of that on clearance. They had some novelty yarns, quite a bit of novelty yarns, and I don't normally buy those. I like them okay if I have a specific project for it, but if I don't have a specific project, I don't usually just buy it just to have it. But there was quite a bit of the novelty yarns on sale. I did find a few things that were on clearance that I bought some yarn for, and then I also bought some fabric. I always have to go by the clearance or remnant area where they have the fabric and see if I can score any fabric pieces, and I did. And so I want to do a separate video on that because I've got that Hobby Lobby haul, which was actually 2 trips. I went last week. They didn't have any clearance yarn except for, like, I think I found 1 skein. But I made a few purchases, and then I just went today and to check about the clearance, and so I have a haul from that trip today, and so I want to make a separate video showing the Hobby Lobby haul. And also I picked up another Happy Mail box. I know I did a Happy Mail video, released that yesterday, and I went back to the post office today because there was another box for me to pick up, and so I went and I picked that box up today. And so I will show in that Hobby Lobby haul, I will include that Happy Mail that I received, and I will show you what I got in that box. Okay, and let's see. Oh, and then I meant to mention this last week, and I totally forgot. It's so funny. After you press stop on the camera, and you sign off and everything, and then I remembered I was supposed to talk about this, and I forgot to talk about it. So I wrote it down this time, make sure I would not forget. Okay. So the last couple of years, I've been participating in the Garfield Along. This is hosted by Amber of Ooh Ah Crochet here on YouTube. And what it is Garfield is the name of the elementary school that her children go to, okay, and it's in South Dakota. And she has been hosting a crochet along for that school, okay, for her children's elementary school. And what it is she's been having crochet alongs or knit alongs each year to help provide the children with hats and gloves and scarves and mittens, but also little small amigurumis, backpack buddies, bookmarks, keychains, any type of little small handheld items, okay? And they use those small toys and things as incentives for a good, like rewards for a good job on their schoolwork, or if they were kind to someone else, or, you know, all these different things. They use them as a reward, as character builders, and reward for good schoolwork and stuff like that. And so they really, in the last 2 years, she has been able to make donations. People have sent in stuff to her to donate to that school, and the principals and the teachers just love all the things that we have been that she has been able to gather up together and donate each year for the school to help the school out. And so this year she's going to be doing it again. It's not going to be focusing on a certain thing. I think last year it was focused on the amigurumis and the backpack buddies and things, and mittens, I think. And the year before, I think it was hats or something. But this year it's going to be open. You can make hats, mittens, gloves, scarves, or the little toys, the little amigurumis, the little backpack buddies, little loveys, bookmarks, keychains, you know, anything that is, you know, small, like that can fit in their pocket, or stuff, you know what I mean. Anyway, so they're doing that again. Amber made an information video. I will link it below in the description box. Check that video out so you can get all the details. It's starting now, and it's going to go until, I believe you have until the end of August to mail in your package to get the stuff to her. She does have her mailing address, I believe, in that video, and of course her email address is always in her videos in the description box, so that way you can always contact her. Like I said, I have participated the two times before and I have really enjoyed being able to make the backpack buddies and different things to send to Amber, to be able to send to the kids there at the elementary school. And so if you want to participate, she is going to have some drawings, like prizes, that, what do you call them, door prizes, or raffle, door prizes, right? Anyway, drawings of the people that participate, and there's people that are donating gifts. I'm going to be donating a project bag, or it's either a tote bag or project bag, that I'm going to make and donate as one of the prizes. Somebody else is donating, I think, some sort of a gift card. I think that is Chantal. I don't know if I'm pronouncing her name correctly, but anyway, and I think there's some other people. Oh yeah, Rel of the Dabbling Hook, I think, is going to be donating a pattern. I think one of her patterns as a prize. So anyway, like I said, check the video out, and I'm hoping that you'll participate in this worthy cause to send these little kids some nice little toys and things, and warm things for them to wear. They are in South Dakota, so you know that it gets really cold there, and so I'm sure they would appreciate hats, scarves, mittens, gloves, that sort of thing as well. Okay, so thanks so much for watching, guys. If you haven't subscribed, please consider doing so. I try to do a variety of different crochet projects and things, and you can watch my progress along with them, and I like to share patterns that I have found of, you know, to make different items. You know, if I've run across it, and I always link the patterns down of the things I'm working on. I always link them in the description box so you can find those patterns. I do tutorials from time to time, so please join us, or join me, and follow along on the things that I'm working on. I love being able to interact with you through the comments below and over on my Facebook group, Yarnjoy Podcast. It's always so much fun to be able to interact with those that also enjoy yarn and yarny things. We're like-minded people. So thanks, guys. I hope everybody has a wonderful weekend. Stay tuned for that Hobby Lobby haul. I don't know, I'll try to film it a little bit later, and maybe it'll be posted tomorrow, I think. So anyway, I'll try to get to that this evening if I can work it out. So thanks, guys, for watching. We will see you in the next video. Bye.